AMP, the number 2.TV.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear, Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, and I'm here to influence, educate, inspire, and entertain you with Audacious Confidence. Audacious Confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So join me on my show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence, so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Hey, everyone. It's Alicia here, and you know what I'm doing. I'm inviting everyone to join the conversation on Facebook. I am here. It's Monday, and we are going to have a very interesting conversation as soon as my guest gets here. She's not here quite yet. But you are listening, if you're listening live on 1470 AM or 95.3 FM, welcome, welcome. If you're joining me on Facebook, welcome. On Periscope, welcome. I have to say welcome to a friend of mine who listens every week on 1470 AM. Hi, Rich. Thank you for listening, and all your walking buddies that tune in on 1470 AM. I'm just sharing like a crazy person right now. I'm just sharing to everybody on Facebook, on Periscope, because, you know, I want people to get this information as soon as my guest gets here. But I'm going to give you a little bit of her background before she steps in. I think she took the train, so she's running a bit behind, but she will be here. And until then, I'm going to let you know who she is. And I'm so excited to have her in the studio today, too, because every time I have, let me make sure the mic is, every time I have been to an event that she's spoken there, I've always been inspired by her. I've laughed until my stomach hurt, and I've always gotten some really great information from her. She is Danny Spikes, and she's a professional relationship coach. She's a professionally certified relationship coach. She graduated from the University of Miami with their coaching program with a background in psychology and a concentration in women's studies. She's impassioned about revolutionizing relationships through her amazing series, The Spiked Brunch Brunch Relationship Series, and her beloved box for couples. She has a goal for teaching women how to love themselves as she teaches couples how to last and love each other. Danny is the recipient of the prestigious 30 Under 30 Award from Legacy Magazine for her work with several nonprofit agencies, including but not limited to The Lodge, a safe haven for domestic violence victims, and Girl Power, an agency geared to helping young women in Liberty City. She has also been featured in countless publications, including Young Urban Lifestyle Magazine, Lady Lux, WXRP Radio, Table Talk with Shiera, Groove Theory, that's twice, The Foul Hundreds, Networked Film, The OV Guide, Inside Jamari Foxx, the Sassy Awards, and many more. She's also a contributing writer for women's online magazines such as CCWC and Women's Daily. She's the proud author of It's Time, 21 Days to the Best Relationship with Yourself, a coaching workbook to self-love. Success, and happiness. Sorry, I don't know. Like, my mic is in my way. I should put everything right here where I can read it, right? That would help. So let me read that book again. It's Time, 21 Days to the Best Relationship with Yourself, a coaching workbook to self-love, success, and happiness. She regularly speaks both domestically and internationally, regarding healthy interpersonal and intrapersonal relationship growth techniques. So she will be here shortly, and I have to, so while I'm waiting, because I have some really juicy questions for her, so I hope she gets here soon. But while I'm waiting, I just wanted to say, we're talking about relationships and with Danny, and actually my anniversary is coming up, my 27th anniversary. Yes, I've been married for 27 years. I know it's hard to believe because I only am 27. So, yeah, that's just a joke. I hope you guys are laughing because I'm not anywhere near 27. But my 27th anniversary is coming up. So, hey, happy anniversary. If you're watching, Dwayne, I think he is on YouTube, because we're streaming live on YouTube. So if you are listening on the radio and you actually want to watch us live, you can watch us on YouTube, you can watch us on Facebook, and you can watch us on Periscope. You can go to my website, acradio.live, and it has all the links that you can watch live or listen live. All right? So I am still waiting for Miss Danny. So I'm going to just keep talking because that's what I do. I have an event coming up on Wednesday and Thursday, and my guest, I had a guest here, Miss Patricia Rogers. She was here talking about the event, and look, it's finally here. It is the Entrepreneurs Living a Dream 2017, and that is this Wednesday and Thursday at the Signature Grand. And I believe, after speaking to her yesterday, that tickets are sold out. So for all those who supported and who are going to the event, thank you so much for supporting. And it will be an amazing event. It's this Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll be speaking on Thursday during this event. So I guess right now, since I am still, my husband just texted me. See, he is watching. So he is watching. So I'm just going to close that off. So I guess we're talking about relationships. So let me talk about your relationship until Danny comes here with yourself. So it's so important because this show is all about confidence, and it's really important to have a relationship, a strong relationship with yourself, and really start to understand yourself and know your likes and dislikes, know the things that make you happy. And one of the things that I did during a coaching program, and it was actually a business coaching program that I went through, I had to take a Kolbe assessment, Kolbe, Kolbe A. So you can go to Kolbe.com if you're interested. But I had to take a Kolbe assessment. And what the Kolbe does is it tells you, it has like 4 different categories, and it tells you where your strengths are in your cognitive responses. So cognitive is the way you think, and cognitive is the way you react. So it's your natural tendencies. So those things don't change. It's how you were wired to operate. And so there are 4 of these different categories. And I'm going to tell you, when I took that assessment, it helped me understand myself so much better, and how I operated, and how I'm different to other people, because you can. See, my husband's still texting me. He said, I have a lot of talent talking and texting. Yes. So the way you actually respond to things, it helps you now be able to understand how you operate and then function better within the way you operate. So, for instance, I'm a quick start. There are 4 categories. I said there's quick start, there's follow through. There is, help me somebody who's on Facebook. Quick start, follow through. I'm drawing a blank right now. but I'll get you all of those four. It'll probably come to me before the end of the half hour. But those, I'm a quick start. And what that means is that I am always excited about new projects and getting things done. And you know, I have a thought, I have an idea, and I want to implement it immediately. And so that, I always thought, well, what is wrong with me? Because I always have all these grand ideas, all these great big ideas, and I always want to go for it. And I start things and I go for it. And then if things don't work out the way I see that it should work out, I get frustrated and I wonder what is going on, you know? And then I want to go into something else because I start getting frustrated by the progress of how slowly it's going, or if it's not working out the way I want it to work out, or if you know, people are involved, kind of slowing down the process for me. And so when I took that test and I understood and I read up on what a quick start actually, what that means, it helped me so much understand and then be able to function better within those parameters, because now I understood that when I get excited about a project, that not to slow myself down, but to think things all the way through. You know, let's think it all the way through. And now I have more patience in actually seeing the project all the way through, even when I come up against certain bumps in the road, because I understand that my natural tendency is to want it done fast and to be like, to really get things done quickly. And so I have to slow myself down a little bit and think all the way through the process. And that has helped me achieve more, because now I don't derail myself, because I understand that. So that helped me in the relationship with myself, not be frustrated with myself and not think that something is wrong with me, because why does everybody keep asking me, why don't you slow down? Or why don't you do it this way or that way? Because I had to understand for myself, first of all, how I operated. And then that helped me with my own relationship with myself and understanding myself. So a lot of these assessments are really great to take, and they really help you start to build a better relationship with yourself instead of beating yourself up every single time things don't go the way you want it to go. All right? So that's the Kolbe test. I've also taken Strength Finders. Strength Finders also helps you understand what your strengths are and how to operate best in those strengths. And that's also a great assessment to take. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Hope that Danny is here. And if she's not, we're going to continue to talk. All right? I'll see you in 2 minutes. If you lack confidence and boldness to go out and conquer the world, here's a valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Visit acradio.live. Afraid of needles? Anxious about going under the knife? Do the words invasive surgery make you queasy to think about? After years of being mistaken for someone in her 20s, Alicia Couri, a mom of 3 in her late 40s, finally got tired of hearing, "You should write a book about why you look so young." So that's exactly what she did. In her book, Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s, she outlines 21 of her top tips for looking and feeling decades younger. These tips can easily be implemented into your own lifestyle so you too can make your 40s look like your 20s. Go to acradio.live to order your copy today. You're listening to Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Couri. Now, let's get back to the show. That was a quick break. So, yes, I'm back. If you'd like to call in, you can call in at 888-565-1470. That's 888-565-1470. So, the other types of, in the Kolbe test, we had the quick start, we had the follow through, which is someone who's a researcher. They like to really dig deep into something before they, investigate something really, really well. And then they had the implementer, someone who, and I'm super simplifying this. This is like at the 10,000 feet level. I am super simplifying this. It goes into so much more when you take the test. It just blows your mind. And then they have, what is the fourth one? I'm seeing the colors because, again, I'm a quick start, so I see colors. So I'm seeing the colors, and I'm not really remembering what each color represents right now. But an implementer and there's the fact finder, a follow through, the quick start, and the last one, the implementer. Those are the four: quick start, follow through, fact finder, and implementer. So the fact finder is the one that likes to research, that needs all the details before they do anything. And so sometimes, again, because we were talking about relationships, so if you're in a relationship, and a relationship could be a husband and wife, it could be within your coworkers, coworkers in your space, and you notice that there's always someone who has grand ideas, who wants to start all these projects and do all these things, and very visionary. And there are always the people that want to say, well, let's take a step back and let's really look at the details, and let's figure all this stuff out. And then there are the people who like to develop all the systems, and let's make sure that all the little pieces are in place. And you start noticing all these little characteristics in people. And that is how you naturally but that's how you naturally do things. And so, she's here. That's how you naturally do things. And so if you're trying to go against the way you do things, you'll find yourself very frustrated. And you'll find that you're not only frustrated with yourself, but you're frustrated within a team. So you need to, like when you do these kind of assessments and you're working within a team, it's really important that you allow the people who have that natural ability to do the things they're best at doing, and give them those tasks to do those things, because then each piece of the puzzle will get filled. The person who's the visionary creates the vision. The person who researches all the details gets all the stuff done, and then they hand it over to the person who's the implementer, who will build all the systems and processes to make your vision come to life. And and then you have the person who will see that project to the end. So it's really important when you're working in a team that you start to identify and recognize who these people are, and you don't give the visionary, don't give the quick start the systems, to build systems and to see a project through. Don't make them the project manager. Don't make them the researcher. That will just frustrate them. You have them as the big picture, the big idea, the one that goes out and sells the dream and the vision to everybody, because that's what they do. They sell that dream and that vision. And so she's here, so I'm just waiting for her to come in the studio. Maybe we'll get 5 minutes with her to be able to talk a little bit about relationships before, although I've been kind of talking about it, but she is the certified coach. And let me see. I want to ask her about this beloved box. So I'm going to ask her about that, because that's for couples, and really how you get in touch with her, because she is really spectacular. She's a great coach. And here she comes. She's walking in the room. Hey, Miss Danny, come on in.
How are you?
I am good. Grab a mic. Have a seat.
Always.
Have a seat.
How Hi.
That's your camera right there.
Hey, girl. Hey.
So you can say hi.
Oh, I look cute.
Yeah, there you go with the blue eyeshadow.
Yes.
Okay, my love. So we only have 9 minutes on air. So
Oh my gosh.
I want to ask you really quickly.
Okay.
What is the Beloved Box?
The Beloved Box is a brand that I created. It's an all-natural skincare line for self-care and couples care. We started off with a signature massage oil candle, which is...
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I have to get me one of those.
You should. Which is fragrance. We have 4 families. We based it on what most people come into the office and talk about, which is learning how to have those tough conversations, how to be calm afterwards and before, how to be assured in your relationship and yourself, be seduced, how to have a more passionate relationship and be a more passionate person, and then be relaxed, learning how to calm down and kind of relax as a couple and just really turn the switches and the gears off. So we have a couples box, which include couples questions. It's almost like me coaching you, sitting there with you in your room, but not the awkwardness of me actually being there in the room. And the self-care kit, of course, is just the same thing, just for individual self-care. So whether you're in a relationship or not, you can use it. You can choose to have a physical manifestation of you loving yourself, doing something that's just for you.
Okay, very nice, because we do need to take care of ourselves.
That is essential.
That is the first love you need to have.
Yes.
Well, other than God, and then you love yourself.
And then you love yourself, and then
you
everyone
can give
else.
to everyone else. Yes, and so I know I have to skip through some of these questions really quickly. How about you being a relationship coach? How does that affect your own marriage?
My own marriage.
How long have you been married? We've
been together for, this year's going to be 9 years. We lived together for 9 years. And then we just celebrated our second wedding anniversary.
Yay. Nice.
So all together 9 years, but married 2. Everyone thinks that we have like this flawless marriage because you're a coach, so you have all the tools and you know what to do. And I tell people that is the most silliest notion.
We're still
to
human.
Have. Exactly. Because I'm human. I'm not my coach. When I walk out of here, when I'm no longer on the radio or speaking or doing whatever, I'm still just Danny, and I have my flaws. I mean, I'm as close to perfect as God could have made me. Let's just be honest, right?
Right.
But no, we both were raised in 2 different homes. We come from 2 different backgrounds, you know, so from 2 different places. So to kind of come together. Well, you don't
coach him. That's the thing. You used to.
When I first got certified as a coach, I used to coach him all the time, and he
that did not go down well.
And I would be like, "So what's really the core conversation we need to be having?" And he would be like, "You know what? I'm done. I'm walking out." Like it was so annoying. But then
how did you learn to
undo it? I learned that it was draining emotionally, and so like to always be coaching and to always be on, it's really a drain. So I just kind of learned how to bring it back and to be myself and to know that there is Danny. So DANI is my public persona, but my real name is DANIE. And so when I'm home, he's like, I want to talk to Daniela, the regular, my wife, know, who signed the papers. Leave the other one outside at the door.
Outside.
And I love it. I love it.
Nice.
Yes.
Tell us before we have to wrap how people can get in touch with you.
That's the entire interview?
No, we have a few more minutes, but I want to make sure people know how to get in touch with you before.
First and foremost, if you want to grab your Beloved box, you want to grab it at www.belovedbox.co. That's BELOVED box.co. If you use the code LOVE for all of Alicia's listeners, it takes 10% off of your purchase. If you want to connect with me personally, you can find me on Facebook. Relationship Coach Danny, DANI Spikes, SPIKES, or Danny, a Love Coach Danny Spikes on Instagram, LOVECOACH DAN is a Nancy ISPIKES. And you have to be willing to take my version of crazy. But if you actually listen past the laughter, you'll find some really great nuggets in there.
All right. Yeah, because you do.
You
do bring the laugh.
Yes.
You bring the laugh. You bring the truth.
Yes.
You make it real.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You don't sugarcoat.
Yeah, anything. And
no.
And you don't want to bring the truth like so hard. You want to give people their medicine with a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
So, it helps it go down.
It helps it go down
Someone
a little
said
bit.
that. I
So
think her name was Mary.
Yeah. So where are you speaking next, my love?
I am going to be in Atlanta, the 27th through the 29th. And then there are a few engagements. I feel horrible because I don't remember them off the top of my head.
That's fine.
But I know the 27th through the 29th, I will be in Atlanta at the Woman of Standards Conference. And then I come home. We have a lot of exciting conferences coming up. We just pinned with Girlfriends Conference with Trinity Church. So that's awesome. Actually, a few hours ago. So that was awesome. I won't be speaking, but Beloved Box will definitely be there sponsoring.
Nice.
So we have a ton of exciting things coming up, exciting things happening not only for me as a speaker, but also the brand as well, just moving forward. Definitely Spiked Brunch, our brunch for couples, is coming up Valentine's Day weekend. We are having an all-white affair, so it's going to be a brunch after dark,
Nice.
where we have a really romantic, intimate time together. And singles, I have not forgotten about you. So February the 9th, we will be doing a spiked brunch for singles, which will include speed dating, quartiled conversations, games, and all fun things for single people to kind of meet in a fun atmosphere. And that's going to be all white as well.
All
Sponsored
white.
by
All
Jack
right.
Daniels LaCroix.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
All right. Really quickly, I have just a couple more minutes. I wanted to ask, where does your confidence come from, Miss Danny?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You know what? It came when I stopped judging myself. I have always been confident on the outside from when I was a child, and that's why it's so imperative that moms, it's really great to have that powerful relationship with your kids, because my mom, since I was a little girl, always told me I was very smart. You can do anything. You're so, like, literally from the moment I could understand what it was, she would say, Danny, you're so smart. And everyone would reinforce that concept. So I always felt that I was unstoppable. Of course, being a darker skinned girl, there's colorism in our community.
We got to wrap, Danny.
What?
We'll have to get you back at another time. But
My
you guys
husband's gonna
stay
be so
tuned.
pissed.
I know. Stay tuned.
We can't
Coming
for 9 minutes.
and we'll catch you next Monday. We have another exciting guest on Unleash Your Audacious Confidence. So thank you. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for joining. Bye. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests,